Hello. Hey, I wanted to hop on here and just share a few thoughts with you. And these are thoughts that may be a little controversial, but I really feel like this is something that God has asked me to do. And so I'm going to do it. So I am reading a book, and this is a book that I've read actually a couple of years ago. And a couple of things that stuck out in that to me. And then just the other day, one of my friends was talking about this book. And so we decided, we're in a group, and so we decided we would read this book and kind of go through it, because we've been talking about things as far as our identity in Christ and spiritual warfare. And so this book came up. So we started reading it. I started reading it again. And this gentleman, the author, is John Ramirez. And the book is Armed and Dangerous, if I haven't already said that. So this gentleman was a former Satan worshiper. And he goes into a lot of details in this book and about when he was in that position, and he tells a lot of things that happened to him, a lot of things that he did. And the things that I want to talk to you about today is the things that he had to say about Halloween. And so he said that, and this is his words coming from his book, he says, as devil worshippers, they considered Halloween to be a very special time. He compared Halloween for the dark side to Good Friday and Resurrection Sunday for the Christian. He went on to say that as soon as you make the decision to celebrate this unholy night, you give your allegiance and your identity to the enemy of your soul. This is his words. And like I said, he was a former worshiper. He's been on that inside, and he has tells us in the book about how God got his attention and how he converted. But I don't think it's an accident that I'm reading this book again right now. It's September. We've got, October here in a few weeks, and, in Halloween. But, there is a dark side, and there is a good side. There is spiritual warfare going on between God and Satan. And that spiritual warfare, we're not apart from that. We're in it. Satan is going after children. He's going after all of us. And so he's going after the Christian, so to keep us from walking in the freedom Christ died to give us. He's going after us so that we stay in bondage. And he's also going after people to keep them from even becoming followers of Christ. And so this is important stuff. And Satan is a legalist, and so he is looking for ways to be able to, at minimum, oppress the Christian, the person that's already a Christian. But at the same time, Satan has schemes to get access to us. Then we get all these thoughts through our heads that are lies, and he manipulates us. So it's very dangerous playing with the dark side. And I'm afraid that, as Christians, even as people who've been Christians for years, we don't necessarily know what we're opening ourselves up to. And the thing is, Satan doesn't care if we're doing it out of ignorance or not. He is standing by waiting for any and every opportunity to take us down. And, I know as a child, I went trick-or-treating. As an adult with children, we didn't do it as much, but we still took the kids trick-or-treating. But at the same time, I think there was a knowing in me that this really probably doesn't line up with God and holiness. And after reading this book and hearing what he is saying about the dark side and about Halloween, then, I'm definitely convinced that it's not something that as a Christian we need to be participating in. And that is my opinion. It's also his, because he's telling it from his standpoint. And it's not just about Halloween that I'm really talking about. It is the fact that we are in a spiritual warfare, and too many Christians live defeated lives. They don't live in the freedom that Christ died to give us. And part of that is that without us possibly even knowing it, we are letting the enemy infiltrate into our camp, into our lives, and he is manipulating us. And so I'm putting this out there just for your information. You can do with it and process it how you wish. I hope you ponder on this. I hope you talk to God about this, and I hope you take it serious.